It's time for Lady Wolverine basketball.
The community, come watch. You're going to be pleasantly surprised when you see just how hard these girls work and what they bring. I'm excited. I've got all the confidence in the world. Defensively, we're going to get it done. We're going to hold teams to one shot. You're going to see us push the floor in transition. You're going to see us a college-style basketball.
To get us ready for tip-off, let's go courtside with the voice of the Lady Wolverines, Jared Anderson.
And a very good Friday night to you. Welcome to Wolverine Gymnasium. I am Jared Anderson, joined alongside the fantastic Jason Peterson, bringing you the sights and sounds here from Wolverine Gymnasium, as we welcome you into the Porter's Tailgate Show, made possible by Porter's Supply Company at the corner of Sunset and Federal in Riverton. Thanks to Porter's Supply Company making our tailgate show possible. JV action just wrapping up here, as we will we'll get you situated here momentarily, Jason. Riverton taking on Jackson in a doubleheader of boys and girls action coming up here in just a little bit. The Lady Wolverines will enter the first contest at 2-13 overall. Jackson is 0-12 so far this season. Just saw the JV boys game wrap up. Wolverines fall to the Jackson junior varsity boys 40-35. Riverton girls knocked off the Jackson junior varsity earlier this evening. So again, this is the Porter's Tailgate Show, and we welcome you in here. First of two coming up in about 10 minutes. These Lady Wolverines have had 9 days off as far as competitions go. They have, of course, been hard at work at practice, and it's come at a good time, frankly, because there's a lot of illness going around. Coach Bosner said he only had 5 girls in practice on Monday, only had 6 girls in practice on Tuesday, but everybody seems to be on the mend. They'll be a little bit shorthanded tonight, as will the Wolverine boys. We'll get more into that as we continue on, but that illness spreading around. I saw Lander and Powell had to cancel a wrestling duel because of illness to both of those teams, so there's a lot of crud going on around not only Fremont County but the entire state right now. Last time we saw this Lady Wolverine team, they lost to Lander in the Keeper of the Gold match about a week and a half ago, 49-38. Jackson lost to Pinedale on Tuesday, 76-10, and unfortunately for the Jackson ladies, that's a good summary of how their games have gone this season. They've had tough efforts as far as scoring the basketball. The most they've scored so far this season was 22 points in a game against Evanston. They've had 4 finishes this season, team finishes, where they've been just in single digits on the scoreboard. So it's been tough sledding for Jackson. Sean Shockley's in his second year. They went 0-22 last year, and talking with Coach Shockley a little bit, he had a team of varsity girls last year that had not played basketball since middle school, almost all of them. So interesting circumstances there. And then when you haven't played since middle school, you get together again, and then you're playing the Sheridans and the Codys and the Cheyenne Easts of the world. It is tough sledding. So Coach Shockley in his second year looking for his first win as a head coach. Jackson does have a nice history of girls basketball. They won 4 state championships in a row in the late 2010s, 2007 through 2010. They also won a state championship in 1991. Mike Bosner in his first year for the Lady Wolverines. He's coming up here on the Porter's Tailgate Show in moments. Let's see here. We want to welcome our friends from Jackson, by the way, listening in on KZ95. Hope you found us and are joining us here. If you are looking for video coverage of this one, you can go to County 10's YouTube channel. That's County 10 on YouTube. There's a couple of games live. If you look for the one that says Riverton and Jackson, you've found the right place. That's where the video will be. But I want to thank the good folks at the Jackson Hole Radio Network for allowing us to be part of your evening on KZ95, and they're off to cover some hockey this weekend in the beautiful community of Jackson. So we're glad to have the opportunity to bring this one to you here in a few moments. Let's take a timeout. We'll take for our board operator at KZ95, by the way, basically most of my timeouts are 60 seconds, so we'll take a 60-second timeout. When we come back, Mike Bosner will join us, the head coach of the Riverton Lady Wolverines. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show. You're watching Wolverine basketball and Jackson basketball on County 10's YouTube channel and listening along on both KZ95 and 105.1 Jack FM.
Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com.
Back on the Porter's Tailgate Show, joined by Lady Wolverine head coach Mike Bosner. Coach, I know you've been hard at work and practicing, but it's been a while since I've seen your team here with a few days off. How's the break between competition been for you?
Oh, it's been good. But let me tell you, these girls know that these next two games are huge for us, and they have practiced really hard. We've kind of threw in a few things that you're going to see a little different tonight. And, you know, I think that they're ready. Jackson, as we know, is not very good. You know, they've struggled with talent here over the last few years. And this will give us a chance to run some of the things that we want to run and then give us a chance to Star Valley tomorrow.
How important at this time of the year is it to kind of reinvent yourself? You've got film out there now other teams are starting to look at, but as we go into February and March, the most important time of the year, how important is it to introduce some of those new wrinkles?
Yeah, it's important. You know, everybody's got film on you. Everybody knows what you're doing. And so, you know, I told the girls we're going to continue to, put little kinks in when we can, especially defensively. Offensively, you know, we're pretty much, you know, where we're at. But defensively, we know that we can get after people. And you're going to see some things tonight. We're going to get after them. Pick up a loose basketball here. With all due respect to Jackson, like you said, it's a team that has struggled. They haven't put up very many points. They haven't found their rhythm yet. How do you prevent your team from kind of downgrading to the style of competition that they might see? Jackson does kind of muddy things up, a lot of turnovers. How do you keep them focused in a game like this? I got to stay on top of them. And we talked about that yesterday, believe me. They know exactly where we stand. They have got to come out and they've got to play basketball like they did up in Jackson last year. You know, they won by like 40 or 50 points, whatever it was. They've got to find a way to win and win big. And I think they will. I don't think that they're going to drop to the competition today. They know what's coming. Looks like a lot of sickness going around town right now, health, injuries. How's everybody feeling? Yeah, Monday we had 5 girls practice. Tuesday we had 6 girls practice, and so the bug got us. Yeah, but everybody seems to be pretty healthy. Everybody's doing better. We got some's got a pretty nasty cough, but all in all, they're ready to go. All right, Coach, best of luck. We'll chat here after it's all done, and I'll talk with you again tomorrow, too. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Mike Bosner, head coach of these Riverton Lady Wolverines, joining us here. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, again made possible by Porter's Supply Company in downtown Riverton. About 4 minutes away from tip-off here, first of 2. Of course, we've got the boys' version of this Riverton and Jackson doubleheader matchup. Do
you up in about an hour and a half or so. The girls' game was supposed to start at 6. We will start a shade after that. Had some longer running JV games. The JV girls' game went quite a while, and I thought we'd be pretty far behind pace, but ultimately I think we're only going to be about 15 minutes delayed here to start this one. Again, I'm Jared Anderson, joined by Jason Peterson. Welcome our friends in Jackson listening this evening on KZ95, and welcome those of you, of course, in Fremont County on 105.1 Jack FM, as well as streaming video at county10.com. Taking a look at the story of these two girls' teams. Riverton averages 35.9 points per game. That's 13th best out of the 16 teams in Class 4A basketball. Jackson averages just 15.8 points per game, as you might imagine. That's 16th. And defensively, Riverton gives up 53.9 points per game. That's the 14th best team offense. Jackson allows 58.8 points per game. That's 16th in Class 4A girls basketball. So room for improvement certainly in the minds of both of these teams, but the good thing about basketball at this time of the year is kind of no matter what you've done to this point, you can erase it, start all over again. February and March, obviously, heading into the most important parts of the season. Some of the players to keep an ear or an eye out for tonight. We'll start with the visitors, Jackson ladies, led by Zoe Bosch. Bosch averages 6 points per game. Grayson Rosenberg, another key name to keep an ear and an eye out for. She wears number 24. She's the leading rebounder on this team and does work in the paint, getting about 5 rebounds per game. Lady Wolverines, led by Paisley Jackson. She is their shooter, averaging 14.2 points per ball game. Haley Engstrom, the Bulldog, as Coach Bosner likes to call her, in the paint, team's leading rebounder with 7 boards a game, 4.5 points per game for Haley Engstrom. And We Too Cloud Horse is averaging 7.5 points per game. I think We Too is one of the keys to this Lady Wolverine team if they want to have success. Paisley's points are there almost every night, but getting We Too into the act and some of these other ladies scoring will be key for the Lady Wolverines. We should have a national anthem here in moments, in which case we'll step away here briefly and take one more time out on the Porter's Tailgate Show, and then we'll get you starting lineups and the opening tip coming up here in just a few moments. Both teams gathered around their respective head coaches. Sean Shockley in his second year with the Jackson program. Mike Bosner in his first year with the Riverton program, taking over after Travis McIntosh resigned last year. Again, we'll step aside here in just a quick moment for the national anthem, and then we'll return here from Wolverine Gym as the crowd continues to file in. Pretty nice Friday crowd on hand. A bit late arriving here, so if you're in Fremont County looking for some basketball tonight, swing on by. Plenty of room for you, and it's warm inside of Wolverine Gym as well. All right, this has been the Porter's Tailgate Show. Let's take a 2-minute break, 2 minutes, and we're back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off in 2 minutes on county10.com, 105.1 Jack FM, and KZ95.
See Allison at lunch today? I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna text Allison. Hey, hold up, Matt's calling me. Hey, we got the food and we're on our way right now. Hey, who's coming, bro? What did he tell?
At Eyes on Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit wyomingeyes.net to learn more.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give him a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming knows hard work. And at Fremont Chevrolet GMC, we know Wyoming. Here, things are just built to last. Over the last 8 decades, we've had one priority: to serve the people of Wyoming. We are dependable. We are your neighbor. We are Wyoming. Visit Fremont Chevrolet GMC in Riverton today.
Your home for RHS basketball all season long. 105.1 Jack FM.
Welcome you back inside Wolverine Gym. Starting lineups being introduced to the crowd here at Riverton High School. First for the visiting Jackson ladies, head coach is Sean Shockley in his second year. Number 12 is Zoe Bosch. Bosch, a sophomore, team's leading scorer at nearly 6 points per game. Number 21 is Lucy Webb. Webb, a junior, 2.8 points per game. Number 23 is Raina Rhodes. Rhodes, a senior. Number 24 is Grayson Rosenberg, a senior. Rosenberg, team's leading rebounder at 5 boards per game. And number 25 is Mads Holland. Holland averages 2.5 points per game. Mads, a junior. Lady Wolverines under first-year head coach Mike Bosner. Number 1, Taylor Leesburg. Leesburg is sophomore, 4.8 points per game. Number 2 is Savannah Morton. Morton, a senior, averaging 2 points per ball game. Number 11 is We2 Cloud Horse. Cloud Horse averaging 7.5 points per game and 6 rebounds per game. Haley Ingstrom's number 13, a senior, 7.5 rebounds per game, 4.8 points per game. And Paisley Jackson, number 21, team's leading scorer at 14.2 points per game. Jared Anderson and Jason Peterson with you here from Riverton High School, and we are underway. Riverton wins the tip courtesy of We2 Cloud Horse. They attack the zone to my right here, sitting on press row at Riverton High School. Ball knocked out of bounds. Stays with the Lady Wolverines. Riverton in their home white uniforms, trimmed in cardinal red, and those red numerals and red letters that spell out Wolverines across the front. Jackson in the away black uniforms, trimmed in orange. Jackson in white lettering, white numbers for the Lady Bronx. Riverton basketball as Morton holds up top. Jackson settles back into his zone here to start 2-3 zone as they dig in defensively. Leesburg has it. Riverton continues to work the perimeter. Now at the elbow extended was Ingstrom. Kick it back up top to Paisley Jackson. Jackson holds it above her head. Take it to the floor. Jackson to Morton. Open for 3 on the way. No good. Just a bit too strong. Ingstrom soars up for a rebound and is going to get fouled. Good position. Haley Ingstrom under the bucket. First personal foul of the ball game goes on Mads Holland.
Rosenberg, first. Correction, 25. Holland, her first.
Inbound comes to Ingstrom, works the baseline. Jackson get past one defender, long 2, swish. Paisley Jackson's got the first 2 points of the ball game for the Lady Wolverines. Coach Bosner said in the Porter's Tailgate show, Riverton fans will expect to see a couple of new wrinkles that they've installed over the last week and a half. Haven't had a game in a while. Shot is off the mark from Bosch. And rebound tracked down by Leesburg in the corner. Taylin on the run with it. The guard will start up the Riverton offense. Leesburg, right-hand dribble, has Raina Rhodes on her defensively. Now use a screen, get around her, go all the way to the corner. Is pushed and fouled by Zoe Bosch. First personal foul on Bosch. Second team foul with 6:23 to play first quarter. There's Jackson in the corner for 3 out of the inbound. That's no good. Fight for the loose ball rebound came to Ingstrom, and she was grabbed by Zoe Bosch. So in the span of 5 elapsed seconds since her last foul, Zoe picks up her second personal, and we'll see Melanie Hero into the ball game for substitution for the Lady Bronx. Jackson get past one, put it up and in. Paisley Jackson's got all 4 of the Lady Wolverine points, and that extends their lead 4-0. Rosenberg back up top. Grace to Hero. Now Rosenberg in the corner to Holland. Holland's 3 was off the mark, but Jackson going to keep it alive. Lucy Webb will try a 3 and drain it. Lucy Webb with a big-time shot. A triple for the Jackson ladies. Their first points in at the 5:40 mark of the first quarter. It's Riverton 4, Jackson 3 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Jackson at the top, put it on the floor twice. Shovel out to Leesburg. Shot well off the mark, too strong, and rebound hustled down by Hero. Hero with Morton on her defensively, crosses the timeline. Reload to Lucy Webb. Now back to Hero. Put it on the floor once. Tried to get the high post, and it was kicked by a Lady Wolverine. Kicked ball will be out of bounds to the Jackson ladies. Again, Jackson looking for their first win on the season. Riverton looking for their 3rd win. The only team Riverton has defeated so far has been Rollins. They saw Rollins at the Stranigan Classic to start the year here in Riverton. And then they saw that same Rollins team at the Flaming Gorge tournament in Green River. Shot in the paint is not going to drop from Mads Holland, and Olivia Morton is there to wrestle away a rebound. Aggressive in the paint, one of the smaller players on the floor coming away with it for Riverton. Leesburg, back it off at the top between the circles. Now directing some traffic, sends Paisley Jackson out to the left side. Give it up to Morton. Morton looking at the post. Will pass it to Leesburg instead. Leesburg is going to be fouled before she got the shot away. It's on the floor. And Grayson Rosenberg picks up her first. That is the 4th team foul already on the Lady Bronx with still 4:38 to play first quarter. As we always like to say, if you're watching along on County 10's YouTube channel, use that chat box. Let us know where you're viewing from. We'd love to give you a shout out. Send some words of encouragement maybe for the team you're rooting for. Just chat along with us. County 10 on YouTube. Search for the live games going on. Lander is live right now too, as there's points up and in by Engstrom in the paint. But if you're looking for this game, you can find Riverton versus Jackson there. Watch along with us and use that chat feature. Would love to say hello to some Jackson folks who may be listening in on the Jackson Hole Radio Network. Off of Tyra, taken away by the Lady Wolverines. Engstrom going to get charged with an offensive foul. Referee down low says player control foul on Haley Engstrom, and that's Haley's first team foul, number 1 on the Lady Wolverines. We're right at the midway point of the first quarter. It's Riverton on top of Jackson 6-3 here in the early going. Long pass intercepted by Taylor Leesburg. She'll find Tatum Tyra, who crosses the time stripe. Tatum had some good moments again in the JV game. Now Tyra down low, right side block, and a travel with it. Tyra had the right idea. She just kind of kept going with the pivot. They're almost at a clean look at a shot, but just a little too aggressive on the pivot. Riverton's going to call a timeout. Coach Bosner's first charged timeout. It is just a 30, so we'll keep it right here. I want to thank our friends at Porter's Supply Company. Again, they made our tailgate show possible. Porter's, your spot for grill, spa, stoves, and pellets, a proud supporter of Fremont County Athletics. And we want to say thank you to Sutherland's in Riverton. They've got what you need for every project. I can attest to that. Every time my wife has a project in the house and I need something, she'll send me to Sutherland's and I'll go, okay, here's what I need, and they've got it every single time. So thanks to Sutherland's for making our broadcasts possible. 3:46 remaining first quarter, 6-3 Lady Wolverines on top. Jackson basketball. Riverton institutes some full court pressure. Holland Across the time stripe, she's got Engstrom on her defensively. Pick up the dribble now into the front court. May have been a travel from Lucy Webb. Nothing called, though, and a rejection down low. Gonna be a foul called on Paisley Jackson. That's Paisley's first, and free throws are coming up here for Grayson Rosenberg. First free throws of the ball game for the Jackson ladies.
2 shots.
Rosenberg, a 50% free throw shooter. First one is too strong off the mark, so if she's true to her average, she'll get this one to drop. Rosenberg second, almost banked home, stays out though. Not sure how that popped back out of the rim. Tyra was there for the rebound, but she had a foot on the baseline out of bounds, and it'll be Jackson basketball. Lob pass in the paint to Rosenberg. Long shot put up and missed, and save attempt along the baseline by Allison Burcham, who's just checked in, is knocked away off of her last. Will go back to the Lady Wolverines. Leesburg, slow jog across the time stripe, go high post to Tyra. Tyra backing into the paint. Right back to Tyra, feed from Engstrom. Tyra, contested shot, no good. Cloud Horse is there with the follow, though. We too put it up and in. We too's first bucket of the ball game, and Riverton's lead goes 8-3. We've played 5 minutes here from Riverton High School. Lucy Webb past one defender, now reload to Hero. Her long three is well off the mark, didn't draw anything, out of bounds. Good hustle attempt underneath by Burcham again, but it's just too far in deep for her to save it. Your normal Jackson broadcast crew will rejoin you very soon, I believe next week, for more Jackson basketball on the Jackson Radio Network. In the meantime, you're stuck with us here from County10.com. I'm Jared Anderson. Jason Peterson is our camera operator, producer, bringing you the sights of today's game on County 10's YouTube channel. Want to say hello to Ted in Billings, who just messaged us that he's watching along in Montana. Thank you, Ted. Foul in backcourt is going to be assessed to the Jackson ladies. Nope, Riverton, so we'll go the other way. They say Taylin Leesburg with the player control foul. Leesburg and Coach Bosner both disagree. You may have heard Coach Bosner say really into the crowd microphone. Disagreed. Off of the hands of a Jackson player. Engstrom will take it away, so Riverton will get it right back. Pass underneath to We2 is going to send her to the floor. Tie up for it, and possession arrow favors Jackson. Riverton has done a nice job with their defensive pressure in backcourt. Mads Holland will give it up to Lucy Webb. Webb is pushed and fouled by Paisley Jackson, so there's a first quarter storyline. Riverton's leading scorer picks up her second personal, and Paisley's going to check out promptly. Savannah Morton. I don't know why I keep calling her Olivia. Savannah Morton returns to the lineup. Maybe at some point in another lifetime I covered an Olivia Morton, but Savannah Morton returns to the Riverton lineup. Here's Holland, long two from the left side. That's too strong, and Savannah is there for the rebound. She'll hustle it into the front court, find Cloud Horse down low. Engstrom thought about a straightaway three, now pulls it back down and reloads to Savannah. Maybe if I keep saying her first name, I'll get it right. Underneath to Tyra. She's slapped and fouled, and I think Tatum's going to get some free throws here with 1:41 to play first quarter. That's the fifth team foul, and it'll send Tatum to the line. Mads Holland picks up her second personal. Tatum's first of two is too strong, no good. The Riverton sophomore gets one more. Grayson Rosenberg will add some height to the Jackson lineup. She checks back in. Jackson's only point so far, a Lucy Webb three-pointer. Riverton's got 4 from Paisley Jackson, 2 from We2 Cloud Horse, 2 from Haley Engstrom. Second one is also too strong for Tyra. Good block out by a Jackson player who's immediately double-teamed. Ball taken away by Leesburg. Morton up top to Taylin. She'll feed the paint to Cloud Horse. Shovel it to the other side of the paint. Here's Tyra. Shot is off the backboard, no good. And a push foul underneath. Going to be given to the Lady Wolverines. That'll be their 5th team foul, so we'll go to the other end and shoot free throws now.
Riverton foul.
That's the first on Cloud Horse.
Her first. 5th team foul.
So 5 team fouls on both sides now with still 1:22 to play first quarter. And free throws coming up for Lucy Webb. First of 2 from Lucy, high arcing but stays short off the front of the rim. Second attempt from Lucy, spins the basketball, bends her knees, and that is nothing but net. Cuts the Riverton deficit to 4, or the Riverton lead to 4 now, the Jackson deficit, 8-4, Wolverines on top. Engstrom at the top to Morton, and now Tyra holds it with the basketball above her head momentarily. Leesburg try the drive, dish out. Riverton keeps it hot around the perimeter. There's Leesburg in the corner, get her defender in the air, but good recovery defense by Hero. Taylin, square to the basket, high post to Cloud Horse, skip pass for Morton. Morton put it on the floor twice, give it to Leesburg, who tells the team to go into motion, backs it way off, use a screen. Now here's Tyra at the top, 32 seconds to play first quarter. Riverton with that 4-point lead. Tyra dribbles around at the top of the arc. Cloud Horse, well contested too. Couple of hands in her face is off. Tyra put back up and in, and she's fouled. Tatum Tyra with the and one.
Jackson fouls 23. Rhodes her first.
Raina Rhodes picked up the personal, her first.
Foul 24.
And they're going to take it away from Raina Rhodes and give it to Grayson Rosenberg. Is that what I understand? I believe so. I'll get that double checked. Free throw's no good, off to the left, and there for the rebound, Lucy Webb. Ball knocked away from her, well contested by Leesburg, off of Webb last. It'll go back to Riverton with 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Bounce pass in the Riverton front court. Here's Morton with it, right side outside. She's well defended. Bounce pass to Cloud Horse down low. We too had some trouble handling it. Now Savannah will try the 3. That's too strong. Fight for the rebound. Tied up. Tatum Tyra down low doing some work. Got tied up with Grayson Rosenberg, and it's Riverton basketball underneath their own bucket with 4.3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Leesburg triggers it into Morton. Now Cloud Horse will shoot with 2 seconds. That stays short. And at the end of the first quarter, it's the Riverton Lady Wolverines 10, the Jackson Lady Bronx 4. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll bring you quarter number 2 after this. In 60 seconds, you are watching the Lady Wolverines on County 10's YouTube channel, listening in on 105.1 Jack FM and KZ95.
C10 is your Fremont County news leader. We're everywhere. On the web, mobile, social, and on your radio dial, with all the news you need to feel connected. From sports to board meetings and community features, we work hard to bring you all the latest updates you care about. Visit us today at county10.com. County 10, community connected.
Make your home improvement projects a breeze with Sutherland's, your home improvement experts. Always the right products at the right price. For every project, every day. You can shop and pay online at Sutherlands.com, and we'll get it ready for easy in-store pickup. With the tools and the know-how, you can count on Sutherland's for any job. With over 30,000 items in stock, make your first stop at Sutherland's Home Improvement in Casper and Riverton.
Watch every RHS basketball game all season long on the County 10 YouTube page.
Second quarter is just underway here. First of two tonight on the County 10 Sports Network. Riverton on top of the Jackson ladies after the first quarter, 10-4. Jackson basketball as we start the second quarter. Here's Holland with it up top. Mads will swing it around to Rhodes. Rhodes bounce pass intercepted by Engstrom, taken away, and here come the Lady Wolverines. Morton across the timeline. Savannah will dribble it a couple of times. Right side in the corner to Cloud Horse. We two tried to split a couple of defenders, is grabbed and fouled, and the first foul of the second quarter comes 41 seconds into it. That'll be the third personal on Mads Holland. And Jackson has some bench depth, but not a lot. They've got 5 players there on the bench as opposed to Riverton's 7. Here's Tyra off of the inbound. Again, a 6-point Lady Wolverine advantage. Cloud Horse on the dribble will go to a cutting Leesburg in the paint. Shot no good. Well off the mark, too strong. And a rebound tracked down by Mads Holland, who quickly outlets it to Zoe Bosch. Didn't see a lot of Zoe in the first quarter there. She's the team's leading scorer with about 6 points per game, and she picked up 2 quick fouls. So we'll see what kind of an impact Zoe has here. New player into the game for Jackson down low is Kat Ankney. Her shot is no good in the paint. Riverton makes sure they're one and done. There's a dish to Tyra, lay it up off glass and in. Tatum. Tyra was actually a mid-range jumper that she used the glass, and a nice shot there by Tatum. Riverton settles back in a 1-3-1 zone look. That could be one of the wrinkles that Coach Bosner mentioned. They've ran a lot of 2-3 zone. First I've seen of the 1-3-1, shot off the mark. That time from Zoe Bosch. Tyra, another rebound, outlet to Leesburg. Taylin, the sophomore, on the run. Give it up to Morton, right side. Underneath to Cloud Horse. A nice dish from Morton. Cloud Horse contested shot was short. And rebound takeaway by Kat down low. Foul on the Lady Wolverines underneath, too. Will be the second personal on We Two Cloud Horse. First foul of the second quarter. Kat Ankney with a nice rebound down low that last possession. Jackson basketball as they'll work it up the floor. Zoe Bosch with a right-hand dribble across the time stripe. Stares into that Riverton 1-3-1 zone. Here's Ankney, high post, almost taken away by Engstrom. Now 3 is up and good. Zoe Bosch, Jackson ladies with 2 3-pointers in the ball game so far. They now trail Riverton 12-7. Ball knocked to the floor. There's a tie-up. Possession arrow going to keep it with Riverton, but credit Zoe Bosch, who just hit that 3-pointer, with getting after it on the floor and causing the tie-up. Savannah Morton is going to check out. We'll see. Somebody else has got to check out. Taylin Leesburg coming out now. We'll see Timbri Mathill and Paisley Jackson enter the Riverton lineup. Paisley had those 2 fouls in the first quarter, too, so she's had some moments limited. Underneath, Tyra draws another foul in the paint. And he's going to go on Grayson Rosenberg, so her third. So Jackson now, Grayson Rosenberg and Mads Holland both have 3 personal fouls. Tyra checks out, and Tatum Tyra deserves the round of applause and maybe even more than she's getting. She put in some really nice work there, and it's fun watching her grow this season, but really a fun weapon as she continues to mature as a post player for this Riverton varsity squad. Free throws coming up for Paisley Jackson. That personal foul was on Lucy Webb, just her first, but in the act of shooting was Paisley. So Jackson had 4 first quarter points, looking to add to her total. First free throw is too strong, no good, stays out. I want to give a big shout out and hello to David, who's watching along on our YouTube channel from Galveston, Texas.
Jackson.
Jackson's going to take a timeout here. Sean Shockley will take his first timeout. Do not believe I've had, and David, you may have been watching, but I don't think I've seen a check-in from Galveston so far. I've had a Houston, Texas viewer a few times. We did quite a bit for football season for the Wolverines, but first one down there in the Gulf area. 5:08 to play second quarter. Lady Wolverines on top of the Jackson Ladies 12-7 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. One free throw coming up out of the timeout from Paisley Jackson. And again, there's a couple of missing scores from this Jackson team, so I don't want to speak out of turn, but the highest total I've seen them get so far this year, 22 points. That came against Evanston. Paisley's second free throw is good, by the way. Jackson's had 4 games this season where they've finished in single digits for the entire game. Shot off the mark there from Rhodes, no good. And a foul on the Lady Wolverines in the paint on the rebound, I think is going to be on Leesburg. Taylor certainly reacted like the foul was on her, and it is. She'll check out. Savannah Morton will come in. I haven't called her Olivia in a while, so that's good. I imagine the Morton family just rolling their eyes at me. Maybe Olivia Bradley from last year is where I'm coming up with that. I don't know. 4:48 to play second quarter. 6-point Lady Wolverine lead. 3 by Bosch is well short. Ball out of bounds off of a Jackson player underneath. Timbri Mathill letting it go, doing a nice heads-up play down there to not touch it. Savannah pick up the dribble. Needs some help. Now to Timbri. Lexi Taylor back into the Riverton lineup. Shot in the paint is no good. This is actually the first time in this game Lexi's checked in. She played some JV action. Has played in a handful of varsity games. Not consistently in the lineup, but 3 or 4 appearances. Knocked out of bounds. Stays Jackson basketball. It'll go Lady Bronc possession under their own hoop near the midway point of the second quarter. And again, 13-7, Lady Wolverines hold the advantage. Ball knocked away. Morton is after it on the floor. She's going to come away with it. I don't know how Savannah was able to strip that away all by herself. I thought it was going to be a tie-up, but she was able to come away with it. Taylor tried the 3. That's no good. Timbri, offensive rebound. Can't get the follow to go, and Jackson will clear it away. That's Rhodes down low on the rebound. 3 by Webb. Misses, skims off the rim to the left side. And here comes Paisley on the run. Full sprint for Riverton. Paisley picked up by Bosch. She'll lose the handle, and Jackson going to take it right back. Rhodes on the floor after it. Was 10-4 Riverton after 1. Lady Wolverines up by 6 right now, 13-7 with 3:15 to play second quarter. Chatted with Wolverine boys head coach Bo Sheets a little bit earlier in the day. Says his team has also been impacted. Here's a takeaway by Paisley Jackson. His team's also been impacted by the amount of sickness going around. Hunter Hauk is a game-time decision. Said he's been battling some illness. And I know my wife's a teacher, and I know there's a lot of kids in District 25 that have been out recently. Shot no good by the Lady Wolverines. Bosch hustles it into the Jackson front court. Bosch heads back to Burcham. Burcham tried to go baseline. She's pushed and fouled. I think Lexi Taylor picked up her first personal. It is on Lexi. That's the third team foul on the Lady Wolverines, and Coach Shockley wants to talk things over again. This is a full timeout, so let's step aside with them. 2:33 remaining second quarter. It's Riverton 13, Jackson 7. Back in a minute on KZ95, 105.1 Jack FM, and County 10's YouTube channel.
How many letters? 5 letters. Just Think about what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Nobody likes to be stopped by the police, but if I'd seen her texting while driving and given her a ticket, it just might have saved her life.
This is Maven, award-winning optics for the adventurous. From binoculars to spotting scopes, Maven has you covered. Be prepared for scouting, wildlife watching, or any outdoor adventure. As a proud sponsor of local high school sports, we wish all the Fremont County athletes the best of luck this season. Visit mavenbuild.com for more information and to order. Maven, discover something new.
Watch the Wolverines on the County 10 YouTube page.
2:33 remaining second quarter out of the Coach Shockley timeout. Jackson basketball here as they inbound under their own hoop. Bosch, turnaround two from actually long two. Yeah, I thought maybe her foot was on the line, but Zoe Bosch knocks down the two-pointer. That's good. She had a three earlier this quarter, and that's going to be over the head of Alex Taylor out of bounds. So Jackson's going to get this basketball right back. Zoe Bosch now with 5 points. And it is a 13-9 Lady Wolverine advantage as we close in on the 2-minute mark. Time remaining second quarter. Bosch across the time stripe, D'd up by Morton. She'll stop at the free throw line to Burcham. Shot clanks off the backboard, and it's gathered in by Engstrom underneath. Engstrom outlets to Morton, and Riverton will reload with the possession. Taylor in the corner to Engstrom. Engstrom from three straight away, no good. She hasn't attempted a lot of three-pointers. That one a little bit short. And the long rebound hustled down by Lucy Webb. Webb, nifty dribbling across the time stripe. We'll give it up to Bosch. She looked for Hero, was tipped by Mathil. Now we go in backcourt. They're going to call an over and back violation. And Coach Shockley is telling his player that that's the right call. An assistant coach was going to object to it, but Coach Shockley quickly got off the bench and said, nope, don't argue that. That's the right call. My initial instinct was maybe it was tipped, but I'm going to give the nod to the coach and the referee who know a whole lot more than I do. Ball knocked away out of bounds, and we'll go right back to Jackson anyhow. Riverton led by 6 at the end of one. It is currently a 4-point advantage for the Lady Wolverines with 67 seconds remaining in the quarter. Turnaround two is good by Allison Burcham. Her first points of the game. She slaps her hands together. You can tell this Jackson team is fired up. They were defeated by Pinedale on Tuesday, 76-10, and they are feeling good about themselves right now. Engstrom, another three attempt at the top. That's no good. Fight for the loose ball in the paint. It's a tie-up. Possession arrow should go to Jackson this time. It will. So a 2-point ball game with 46 seconds remaining in quarter number two. Bosch will hustle it across the time stripe. Zoe jump stop and give it to Lucy Webb, left side outside. Webb skip pass for Bosch back in the corner. She's double teamed and now she'll back it way off with 30 seconds remaining. There's Bosch in the paint. Scoop up a tough left-hand shot. That's no good off to the left side. And Engstrom is there to take it away for the Lady Wolverines. So Riverton with a 2-point lead and 17 seconds to play before the half. Here's Mathil, right side block. Can't get it to go, but she draws the foul. And Timbri Mathil, a sophomore, will head to the line for the Lady Wolverines. Timbri looking for her first points of the night. First one for Timbri, front rim, no good. Timbri, a 50% free thrower coming into this game. Mathil's second is good, so she's going to stay right there at 50%. One of two, that's math I can do. 13 seconds remaining in the half. Jackson will try to push the issue a little bit here. Webb is trapped in backcourt. Now they're going to lose the handle. Ball's on the floor. It's a mad rush to the basketball, and a loose ball foul, I think, is going to be called on Jackson. That's going to go against Zoe Bosch, too. Bosch, who hustled into the play, picks up her third personal. Zoe had those 2 fouls early in the first quarter, had done a nice job of not picking up the third, but now with 3.6 seconds remaining, it's her third and the 5th team foul. So Paisley Jackson will shoot free throws. Paisley's first was good. She's got 1 more. Jackson, game's leading scorer with 6. Zoe Bosch has 5 to lead the way for Jackson. Second free throw, no good, off to the right side. Gathered in by Ankney, who throws it to Taylor. Layup at the buzzer. Lexi Taylor lay it home, and it's a quick 3-0 run by the Lady Wolverines at the half, 17-11. So Jackson cut the lead down to 2 briefly at 13-11 after a nice little run. But at the intermission, it's Riverton 17, Jackson 11. Coming up at the break, we get into our Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, made possible by the Wyoming Department of Transportation. We'll take a look at individual scoring numbers, and we'll tell you a little bit about the boys' game coming up later tonight. Plus, we'll take a look at some scores of interest around Wyoming high school basketball. Again, at the intermission of girls varsity action, it's Riverton 17, Jackson 11. You are watching the Lady Wolverines and the Lady Bronx on County 10's YouTube channel and listening along with us on the Jackson Hole Radio Network, KZ95 and 105.1 Jack FM.
Tires, tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
Central Bank and Trust is a local bank that is focused on technology and convenience. We have a simpler online mortgage application process. You can use your computer or mobile device to upload required documents and sign them online. We have a variety of personal and business banking services. Stop in or visit centralbanktrust.com. We live here. We work here.
Back to the ball game. Here's the voice of Riverton Sports, Jared Anderson.
Welcome you into the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, made possible by our friends at the Wyoming Department of Transportation. They remind you to buckle up every trip, every time. It is a simple message, no matter how short or far your trip in Wyoming is. Seatbelts save lives. So whether you're going across the state in the snow this weekend, or maybe you're just making a short drive across Riverton or Jackson, buckle that seatbelt every trip, every time. Let's take a look at first half individual scoring numbers as Riverton on top of Jackson here at the break, 17-11. We start individually with the Jackson ladies. They are led in scoring by Zoe Bosch, who finishes with 5 points. Lucy Webb has 4, 2 points for Allison Burcham. For the Lady Wolverines, Paisley Jackson has game high honors right now at 6 points. Lady Wolverines, they've only scored 17, but they are pretty balanced to this point. After Paisley Jackson's 6 points, it goes 4 points for Tatum Tyra, who I thought was just spectacular off of the bench in the first half. 2 points for Weed 2 Cloudhorse, 2 points for Haley Engstrom, and 2 points for Lexi Taylor. That Lexi Taylor bucket came at the very last second there at the half. They missed a free throw, did Riverton. Jackson rebounded it, threw it right to Lexi Taylor, who laid it up and in. Good awareness by Lexi that time was running down, and she had to chuck up a quick shot in the paint. And ultimately gets it to go. There's not a lot of finals here as we look around high school basketball scores of interest. I can tell you for Fremont County fans that basketball yesterday saw Wyoming Indian knock off Shoshone's boys and girls in a doubleheader in Ethity to get the weekend going. There's a lot of basketball going on across Fremont County tonight, and there's a lot of home games this weekend too, so your opportunity to see your favorite team quite a bit this weekend. Let me find my full schedule here tonight. Right now going on, Powell is at Lander. I'll get you an update on that in moments. Girls basketball is going on. You can watch those games too on the County 10 Sports Network. Also, Big Piney is at Wind River tonight. The Wind River Lady Cougars, the newest Fremont County team in the WyoPreps.com coaches and media rankings at number 5 this week. So Cougars and Lady Cougars hosting Big Piney this evening. Midwest is at DuBois. Shoshone takes on a 1A opponent on the road at Riverside. Meanwhile, at Riverton High School, wrestling was held last night. Riverton's senior night, and they had a duel against Cody. They'll head to the Bridgerland Invitational in Jackson on Saturday. And Riverton boys swimmers are off to the postseason. It's the conference meet for swimmers as they go to Gillette. They've got a last chance meet here at the Riverton Aquatic Center next week. And then the state swimming competition in Laramie happens on the 15th and 16th. Want to give a big shout out and congratulations to the Riverton High School cheerleaders, by the way. They went to the state competition a week ago, took second place in 2 different categories. Very cool to see the cheerleaders doing so well there at their state competition. Hats off to everybody involved there. And I remember a few years ago, Riverton didn't even have cheerleading. It's been kind of an on-again, off-again thing. So it is cool to have that program established. They've been around a while and did very well at their state competition. Meanwhile, as we give out accolades, this was months ago, but the Riverton High School band you hear playing in the background also earned the superior rating at their state competition. So plenty of pomp and circumstance and good atmosphere here from Wolverine Gymnasium. Some of the other 4A games to keep an eye on tonight. Campbell County is at Cheyenne South in a doubleheader. Evanston makes the trip to Casper. They take on Kelly Walsh tonight. Sheridan is at Cheyenne East. Star Valley goes to Cody. Thunder Basin takes on Laramie. Jackson, again, is at Riverton here for a doubleheader. The games we're bringing to you right now. And Natrona County goes to Cheyenne Central this evening. For Fremont County radio listeners, I also want to give you a quick note that we've got both cowboy and cowgirl basketball on our sister station tomorrow for you, KOVE, 1330 AM, 107.7 FM. It'll be a doubleheader of basketball. Cowgirls host Nevada. That's a 2 o'clock game. The Cowboys are on the road to UNLV, a spot they haven't won against UNLV at in their last 19 tries, so maybe an upset tomorrow. We'll see. 6:30 tip-off from the Thomas and Mack Center. Play-by-play coverage of the Cowboys and Cowgirls all season long on KOVE, 1330 AM, 107.7 FM. Still trying to run down a Lander Powell girls basketball score for you. They, I believe, might also be at halftime of that one because they are in a very long break right now on County 10's YouTube channel. So I'll update you as soon as I know more on that one. This is the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. We're a couple of minutes away from basketball resuming here from Riverton High School at the half. Lady Wolverines on top of the Lady Bronx, 17-11. Let's take one more 60-second timeout. When we come back, the second half will get underway. 17-11, Riverton on top of Jackson back in 60 seconds on KZ95, 105.1 Jack FM, and County 10's YouTube channel.
Looking for an upgrade to your vehicle? Wyoming 4x4 is the place to go for all your upgrade needs. From lift kits to bumpers, grill guards to bed liners, we've got everything you need to take your ride to the next level. We use top brands for our bumpers like Fab 4s, Ranch Hand, and Road and more. So get your vehicle ready and stop at Wyoming 4x4 or give Dan a call at 307-857-3175.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Proud to support the Wolverines and Lady Wolverines. We are County10.com.
Jared Anderson here, Jason Peterson directly behind me, running the camera, bringing you the sights and sounds on County 10's YouTube channel as we are ready for the third quarter of basketball. Creeping up on 7 o'clock here at KTUG Hudson, Riverton, Lander. Welcome those of you on KZ95 as well, part of the Jackson Hole Radio Network. Beautiful evening here in Fremont County. Nice, warm by February standard temperatures this week. Could get some snow. I know the Jackson area looking at quite a bit of snow possibly this weekend, last I had seen, and Fremont County also looking at getting a little snow moving in this evening. So for travelers, we'll keep you up to date with that at county10.com. All right, both teams back out on the floor. Lady Wolverines in white, Lady Bronx in black and orange. Morton, Leesburg, Engstrom, Jackson, and Cloudhorse, the Riverton starters. Same starting lineup. Bosch, Webb, Rhodes, Rosenberg, and Holland out there for Jackson. Same starting five on both sides, looks like. Here's Paisley, three, good. Paisley Jackson opens the scoring. That's what you like to see if you're a Riverton fan right out of the gates. Paisley Jackson sinking a triple. She's got 9. Jackson attacking now to my right side. They'll try another 3. Long one skims off the rim. No good by Lucy Webb, and Paisley's there to take it away. Jackson across the time stripe. Surveys the floor. Jackson settles into their zone defensively. Weaving at the top is Morton. Savannah will hand off to Taylin Leesburg. Leesburg dribble it all the way around the paint. Off glass 2 is no good on the runner. Good move, though, by Leesburg, and a tie-up underneath. Possession arrow favors Jackson. Was Rosenberg in there with Cloudhorse. And the tie-up sends it to the Lady Bronx. Riverton's got Star Valley tomorrow. Be right back here at Wolverine Gym. Varsity action at 12:30. Ball knocked out of bounds. Taylin Leesburg almost ran out of the building. She was given hustle for it, and she hustled right out of the door. Jackson basketball. Varsity girls tomorrow, 12:30. Boys will follow. Holland was wide open off the inbounder. Shot does not drop, and a tie-up on the rebound will give it back to the Lady Wolverines. Boys basketball coming up after this one. Riverton improved to above 500 9 days ago when they were on the competitive court last. They knocked off Lander last time we saw them. So Riverton's 8-7 on the season. Jackson boys come in at 4-9 overall. Jackson boys did have a nice win at Pinedale earlier this week, so some momentum headed in the right direction for the Bronx. Off the baseline, Paisley Jackson up and in for 2. Paisley, the first player of the ball game in double digits. She's got 11. We've played 1:50 here in the third quarter, and Riverton has extended the lead now 22-11 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Riverton student section continues to grow. They getting a little more vocal here in the third quarter too. Here's Bosch, 3 on the right side, no good, well off the mark. Long rebound tracked down by Rhodes though, and Rhodes will reload to Webb. Webb to Rosenberg. Shot it from the free throw line. She's fouled. Paisley Jackson is going to pick up the personal.
Riverton foul, 21, Jackson, her third.
That is the third on Paisley.
4 Jackson, 24, Rosenberg. 2 shots.
Rosenberg's first of 2 is on the way. Too strong off the back of the iron. No good. One more for Grayson. On the way. That one also too strong. Rebound tipped around, and Morton will grab it. I believe the Lander girls have concluded, so they're well ahead of us over there at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Don't have a final yet, but I'll pass that on to you as soon as I see it. Leesburg's 3 is no good. That skims off to the left side, and Zoe Bosch is there to take it away for Jackson. Bosch with a full head of steam down the lane, cannot get the layup to go, and Cloud Horse races back the other direction. Cloud Horse does not have numbers. It's a 1-on-3, and she is going to be called for an offensive foul. Player control foul on We2 is her third personal, and she's going to check out, I believe, with Alex Taylor entering for the Lady Wolverines.
Second team foul. Returning for Riverton, 22, Taylor.
Pressure applied in backcourt by the Lady Wolverines now. Jackson breaks it nicely. Lucy Webb finds Zoe Bosch at the top. Wanted Rosenberg down low, but Alex Taylor is there to intercept it. So Riverton getting an opportunity to see a couple of players so far in this one that have not had a ton of varsity time. Alex Taylor, or Lexi Taylor, is one of them. And shot by Lexi in the paint is no good. Rebounded out of there by Rosenberg. Lexi's had a really nice day, and Lexi with a takeaway. Passed it right to her. The other player that I was going to mention, Tatum Tyra, is just about set to check in. She's standing with Coach Bosner. Was going to check in, then Coach brought her back, and now she'll go to the check-in stand. 4:10 remaining third quarter. It's 22-11. Riverton ladies on top of Jackson. Reverse layup off the dribble drive. Paisley Jackson's got it. One of the prettier dribble drives we've seen this season from a Riverton girls basketball player, and Coach Shockley wants a 30-second timeout. I believe that's the last of his 30s. He's got 2 full timeouts remaining. We'll keep it right here, and that'll give us a chance to thank Baldwin Creek Rental Center in Lander. They've got everything you need from rental party supplies. Stop in, see them at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander. And thanks to Eyes on Fremont in Riverton. They are proud of the Lady Wolverines and Wolverines on and off the court. Eyes on Fremont's located at 111 South Broadway, your local optometrist. Riverton JV girls victorious today. Riverton JV boys fell by 5 to Jackson. So far in this one, it's Riverton 24, Jackson 11, 4:02 remaining third quarter. Bosch hounded in backcourt by Riverton's full court pressure, but she is speedy, one of the quicker players on the floor so far, and good on the dribble too. Bosch gets knocked to the floor, keeps her dribble going unbelievably. A great show of athleticism. Zoe Bosch, the sophomore, knocked to the floor, did not stop dribbling, got back up and kept dribbling. Here's a 3 pushed up by one of her teammates. That was Lucy Webb. Shot was off the mark. Tyra is there, good position, and she'll draw the foul on the rebound. That's going to go against Mads Holland, and Mads has her 4th personal foul. First player of the ball game to record 4 personals. She checks out, and in is Hero. Melanie, I thought, had a nice first half. Zoe Bosch is going to check out. One more new Jackson player in there. I believe that's Harley Rommel. It is. I don't think we saw her in the first half. Here's Morton at the top. And back to Jackson. Paisley. Dribble to the free throw line. Kick it out to Leesburg. Taylor's three is good. Nice dribble drive by Paisley Jackson. They collapsed on her. Dish it out to Taylin Leesburg, who knocks down the shot for her first points of the evening. And Taylin commits the quick foul the other direction. That's her third personal.
Third team foul.
Rosenberg checks out for Jackson. And Allison Burcham, the junior, returns to the Lady Bronc lineup. Here's Burcham. Right side outside. Gets by Paisley Jackson. Tried to feed the paint. Ricochets off of Tyra's leg, though, and it's gathered in by Morton. So takeaway from Riverton. 27-11. The score on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Nice pass underneath to Tyra. Wide open, lay it in. Tatum Tyra's got 6. Ball knocked away out of bounds. Actually off of Jackson last. Will go right back to the Lady Wolverines. Riverton led it to start the quarter 17-11. Jackson has not scored this quarter. So quarter 3 so far has gone in favor of Riverton 12-0. Inbound, Paisley. Up top, Morton. Right side, outside, they go to Jackson. Put it on the floor a couple times. Nice dish underneath. Lay it up and in. Taylor, and she's fouled. Lexi Taylor with the and one. And Riverton really sharing the basketball nicely this quarter. As good of a 5-minute, almost 45-second run as we've seen in a long time from this Riverton girls basketball team. Their lead is 20, and they've got an opportunity to go up by even more at the line here. Taylor's free throw is good. How about Lexi Taylor's game off the bench? Knocked away in backcourt off of a Riverton hand. I think that's the scrappy defender, Savannah Morton. Savannah's got soccer season right around the corner. Riverton is short. Cammie Paskett in the lineup too, I'm told. Ball out of bounds will go with Jackson. I'm told there was a tonsillectomy involved there, so our best wishes to Cammie on the road to recovery there. Hopefully lots of like ice cream and fun things. It was definitely a contested ball out of bounds that last time. Some of the Riverton fans thought that should go Riverton's direction. Official says it'll go to Jackson, though. Underneath pass taken away by the Lady Wolverines anyhow, so they will get it right back. Rylan Brown stole it away. Here's Jackson, deep three. That's Steph Curry range. Knock it down. Paisley Jackson's got 16. And ball again is swatted away. Rylan Brown in backcourt. This is just the second varsity appearance for Rylan.
At your attention, the RHS Booster Club merchandise table in the lobby will be closing at the end of this game.
1:41 remaining third quarter. Riverton lead now has ballooned 35-11. You'll remember at one point, real close to halftime, it was 13-11. Riverton rattles off a 4-0 run, goes up 17-11 at the intermission, and Jackson is still yet to score this quarter. Brown at the top, right-hand dribble, reloads to Morton. Savannah circles it around, now give it to Jackson. Paisley stop and shoot for three. It's good again. Paisley Jackson is feeling it. She's got 19. Jackson beats Riverton's pressure this time. They'd struggled with that the last few trips down. Burcham knocked to the floor, and a Riverton foul going to be given to Taylor. Lexi's third.
Taylor, for second. Fourth team foul.
Hayden Block, his sophomore, is in for Jackson. She'll trigger it in underneath the hoop. Gets it to Rommel. Her shot is no good. Fight for the rebound. Got 4 players on the floor. Tie up. Possession arrow keeps it. Lady Bronx.
Returning for the Wolverines, 13.
Haley Engstrom comes in. Tatum Tyra checks out. Lob for Rosenberg is tipped and taken away by Taylor. Taylor may have carried the basketball. Jackson fans wanted it, but nothing called. Here's Morton along two. That's no good. Taylor right there wide open for the putback, though. Lexi Taylor's got 5. Riverton now up 40-11, looking for more. Morton intercepts it in backcourt. Bounce pass to Engstrom off glass. 2 is no good, and rebound taken away by Mads Holland. Ball on the floor. Official going to call a foul up top. He is. They're going to say the official pointed to Paisley Jackson, and Paisley said, me? She's a long way away from it, and now they'll say, no, that was 13, not 21, so Haley Engstrom, who was in the mix there, certainly. And Paisley's got 3, so she definitely didn't want that foul given to her, especially when she was nowhere near it. But official just got a little bit mixed up. Free throws coming on the 5th team foul. First point there of Jackson's quarter. Mads Holland on the free throw line. Knocks it in. Tatum returns to the Riverton lineup. Holland's second free throw in and out, no good. Taylor soars for the rebound. Gives it to Morton. Savannah across the timeline. 12 seconds remaining, third quarter. Left side to Engstrom. Haley put it on the floor a couple times. Gives it to Taylor at the free throw line. Good look down low, but it was too strong of a pass. Wanted Tyra, who had some space. And now Jackson basketball with 4.8 seconds in the length of the floor to go. Full court pressure by Riverton. Jackson still in backcourt with it. And Hayden Block never going to get out of backcourt. So at the end of 3, Riverton kind of piled it on that quarter. They lead Jackson at 40-12. Come on back for the final 8 minutes with us. We're back in 60 seconds to close this one out on the County 10 YouTube channel, 105.1 Jack FM and KZ95.
Kane and Associates. CPAs is your go-to source for tax, financial, and business solutions. Our experienced professionals are trusted and know the numbers. We're dedicated to providing personalized attention to each of our clients. Whether you're an individual or a business, we're here to help with all your accounting needs. Let us do the math for you. Stop in or visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more.
Introducing Wioglass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose Wioglass. Visit us at wioglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Find more Fremont County sports coverage on the County 10 Sports Podcast.
Fourth quarter is set to begin. Lady Wolverines, a convincing third quarter there. They outscored Jackson 23-1 in the last 8 minutes. Paisley Jackson will inbound in front of her student section, and Riverton basketball here to start the fourth quarter. Again, I'm Jared Anderson, joined by Jason Peterson running the camera on the County 10 YouTube channel, where you can watch along with us. Leesburg's three-pointer is no good, short, and the rebound tracked down by Lucy Webb, who clears it away for the Lady Bronx. She's fouled in backcourt. Taylin Leesburg's got her hands in the air, and she's going to be called for her 4th personal, so Taylin picks up the foul, and that's going to send Rylan Brown right back into the game. Rylan saw some moments there in the third quarter. Again, this is just her 2nd time this year in varsity action. She plays a ton of JV. Holland across the time stripe for the Jackson team. Give it up to Rhodes. And a pass for Bosch is intercepted by Paisley. One-on-one, Jackson, right-hand runner is good. Paisley Jackson has 21. And here's a steal by Morton in backcourt. She finds Paisley at the top to Morton. No-look pass, Cloud Horse. Shot for two is no good on the right corner from about 15 feet. And Jackson going to turn it right back over, though, as an errant pass. We'll send it out of bounds, back to the Lady Wolverines. We've played 51 seconds here in the fourth quarter. It's 42-12. Riverton girls on top of Jackson. Fremont Chevrolet providing our scoreboard updates. Foul on Lucy Webb, her second. It's Jackson team foul number 1 here in the fourth quarter. If you're looking for something fun to do when you're in the Riverton area, come on by. About 20 minutes or so, probably, maybe closer to half an hour from boys basketball. Plenty of room for you at the top of the gym here. Jackson three-pointer right side is good. Paisley Jackson cannot miss this half. She's got 24. And the Riverton lead goes 45-12. Lady Bronx possession. Rhodes goes high post right back to Rhodes. Nice give and go. Runner in the lane is no good from Reyna, though. And Paisley's there to take it away. Jackson hustles into the front court. Crossover dribble. Sends it right side or left side to Brown underneath. Cloud Horse lay it up and in. Got it. Jackson to Brown to Cloud Horse and two more for the Lady Wolverines. Coming up, Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. I told Coach Bosner it'd be great if we can get some of the Lady Wolverines up here on the post-game show, so hopefully he can send one or two of them up real quick. We'll select our Tyler Watson State Farm player of the game as well. Big thank you to Tyler Watson at State Farm for his continued support of Riverton basketball and supporting these broadcasts here so that you can watch them on County 10's YouTube channel and listen on 105.1 Jack FM. A traveling violation at the top is going to be given to Lucy Webb. And it's going to send it back to the Lady Wolverines. Taylor is going to check in. Got a injury timeout. Coach Bosner is out there addressing something with Haley Engstrom, who's going to walk off the court and be fine. She may have got popped in the mouth there or something, kind of checking for blood maybe. I didn't initially see what happened. I saw Coach Bosner go out to chat with one of his kids. I thought maybe the way it looked was almost like a contact situation or something. He was looking at her face, but Haley is okay. And timeout on the floor. We'll keep this right here. Full timeout, so that'll give us an opportunity to thank some of the other folks that make Lady Wolverine basketball on the radio possible, like Central Bank and Trust. Your hometown bank supports local athletes. They're cheering for you at Central Bank and Trust. They've got branches in Riverton, Lander, and Fort Washakie. And thanks to Red & Kane and Associates, they are proud to support the Wolverines and Lady Wolverines, your local tax professionals. Your hard work is paying off. Red & Kane and Associates, 202 North Broadway in Riverton. You can find them online at rivertoncpa.com. Should be a fun boys matchup in just a little bit. Jackson getting to a point where they're feeling pretty good about themselves. They've got some sharpshooters and scoring threats and fun players to watch. And, of course, Riverton has had a bit of a roller coaster season, but 8-7 overall right now and trying to play their best basketball as we get into February and March. Still several weeks of basketball left, but it gets more and more fun the closer we get here to postseason time, that's for sure. These games really start to mean a lot as we jockey for standings. Taylor, left side block in the paint. She'll pass it into the front row with the stands, out of bounds. 47-12, Riverton on top of Jackson, 5:31 remaining in this one. And again, hopeful that Coach Bosner will send up some Lady Wolverines. We do not get a lot of time in between games. Here's a takeaway by Morton. Savannah on the run, now slows up for her teammates. Don't get a lot of time between games, so I always feel bad. We have so much time after the boys to catch up with Coach Sheets and some of the players. And, of course, we get Coach Bosner on our Porter's Tailgate show before the girls' broadcast, but it'll be fun, potentially after a win, to have the Lady Wolverines come up. A line change for the Lady Wolverines. They'll send in 5 new players. Leesburg, Engstrom, Mathill. Got Tyra back out there, and Julianne Spradlin, the only player who we hadn't seen play so far, is out there. Julian, number 10 for the Lady Wolverines, back in that 1-3-1 zone. Here's a takeaway by Leesburg. Nice defensive play by Taylin on the run. Wanted Engstrom, couldn't connect with her. Good defense by Jackson, but there's Tatum Tyra. Off glass too, she's got it. The sophomore Tatum in double digits now with 10. By far her best outing at the varsity level offensively. Here's a takeaway by the Lady Wolverines. Mathill underneath to Engstrom, lay it up and in, and that gets the Riverton bench off of their feet, clapping along. They've made some really nice extra passes, have the Lady Wolverines today. Foul on a drive by Mads Holland. That Tyra, it is. Tatum picks up the personal. That's Tatum's first. Team foul number 3 on Riverton, so ball out of bounds for Jackson with 4:14 to play. Hero returns, and she'll trigger it in right to Tatum Tyra. Give it to Spradlin. Spradlin on the dribble. Riverton's got numbers. Left side layup. Julian Spradlin knocks it in. And her teammates on the bench erupt with applause. Inside of 4 minutes remaining. Rhodes hustles it into the front court for Jackson. Waits for a teammate. Ankney is there. Now to Rosenberg. Turnaround to Raina Rhodes, actually. That's Rhodes for 3. She's got it. And a timeout. Coach Bosner. He wants a full timeout, so let's take a break with him. 3:46 remaining, fourth quarter. It is Riverton 53, Jackson 15. We'll take a timeout. Back after this on County 10's YouTube channel, 105.1 Jack FM and KZ 95.
Why do we enforce seatbelt laws? Because in real life, you don't get a second chance.
The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi, or give us a call today. The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency will be here for you.
Read all about the Fremont County Sports Weekend at county10.com.
Back to action here out of the Riverton timeout. 3:33 remaining in the ball game. Tie up immediately. We'll keep it with Riverton. Lady Wolverines on top of the Lady Broncs, 53-15. Fun night for Riverton girls basketball fans. It's been a while for Riverton since they've had this. In fact, since December, the Flaming Gorge tournament before Christmas, last time they've won a ball game. Pass tipped around through the hands of Tyra Last and taken away by Jackson. It's Burcham on the run with it. She'll reload to Hero. Melanie Put it on the floor a couple of times, gets past one defender. Now she's going to throw it back to the score desk. Boy, that was a hard collision. Raina Rhodes crashed hard into the score desk. May have broken part of the score desk. There was a cup that went flying. Luckily, the two scorers are okay too, but my goodness, Raina Rhodes with a heck of an effort there. I love hustle plays in basketball. I'm glad she's okay. Crashed hard on a hip. There will very likely be a bruise there in the morning. Ball on the floor. We'll get another tie up in the Riverton paint, and it'll go back to Jackson. We are not quite to a 40-point differential, but the clock continues to run in some of these stoppages. Burcham dribble it around up top, and now she is tied up. Rylan Brown got a hand in there. We've seen a lot of jump balls here the last few moments. (53-15), the Lady Wolverine advantage with 1:35 to play in regulation. Mathill dribble it around, find Rylan Brown down the lane, off glass. That will not drop, and rebound tracked down by Holland. Mads, outlet to Rhodes. Raina, crossover at the time stripe. Raina just had that great hustle play, picks up the dribble, wanted to feed the paints, and it's intercepted by Spradlin. Julian is immediately fouled. Though they're going to say that foul was on Spradlin, so before the takeaway. And that's the fourth team foul. Jackson wants to burn a timeout. Coach Shockley wants to draw something up with 59 seconds remaining in the ball game. Coach Bosner and this Riverton huddle has a lot of smiles in it right now, which is just great to see because, frankly, it has been a while for these Lady Wolverines since they've had an enjoyable ball game. They've had games they were competitive in. They've shown some good moments so far this season, but to beat somebody not named Rollins is going to feel nice, I think, for the Riverton squad. And if you're a Jackson fan listening to this, too, it's to my understanding that Jackson does not have a lot of varsity experience with these girls. This is kind of a scrappy effort, and it just point blank can't be fun to go winless last year, to lose a lot of games so far this season. There's a win coming at some point for these Jackson girls, and they show up to practice every single time. They compete with these 4A teams that are tough, and it's just a credit to their efforts that they put into this, the coaches and the entire school there in Jackson. So if you know one of these ladies there in the Jackson community, give them a big pat on the back because they're out there working just as hard as anybody. And the scoreboard may not reflect that as much, but hopefully for the Jackson audience listening on the Jackson Hole Radio Network, a win coming at some point this season. Foul out of bounds. Clock continues to run here, 53-15, with 20 seconds remaining in regulation now. Taylor's going to inbound in the Riverton front court. Tip by Tyra right back to Taylor, and she is fouled. Boy, Tatum Tyra with the little touch pass there with just an outstanding effort. Alex Taylor is going to shoot free throws. The time will expire on the running clock. Alex's first is good, and time expires, so she's not going to get to shoot her second free throw, unfortunately, for Lexi Taylor. So, at the end of regulation, Riverton picks up their third win on the season. They knock off Jackson 54-15. The Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show coming up. Let's step aside for a 60-second timeout. Hopefully I've got a Lady Wolverine or two that's going to join us here in moments. 54-15, the final score on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. You've been watching the Lady Wolverines on County10.com, listening on KZ95 and 105.1 Jack FM.
Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County one project at a time.
Northside Auto Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes for the 22-23 season. Northside Auto Body is a state Lander community and is primarily engaged in automotive body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms